Hey, good morning and happy Monday. Today's money tip is all about keeping yourself educated when it comes to money. Hi, I'm Janine Bolon. I'm collaborating with Matters of Perspective to bring you some of the financial tips and techniques you can use to help kind of calm the seas of the emotions that happen when you have money. Just to let you know, I was raised in the military. My father was a Navy Seabee, and so I was always around people who were building things and moving from country to country. When I graduated high school, I got into college and I became an analytical biochemist and worked in the field for about 15 years. I share all this with you because something happened to me in 1996, which was unusual. I had been married for 10 years and I found myself pregnant. Well, I was working with highly hazardous viruses and pharmaceuticals that they would not allow a pregnant woman into the laboratory. So basically my career ended by my own choice at that time. And so what ended up happening is I found myself in a place where my husband and I's income dropped by 54%. This was pretty tragic for us, and we had a baby on the way. So I started doing what I always did, which was I became a scholar. I was like, okay, we're down to one income. I had better start reading. I read 60 books during that period of time on anything related to finances, financial independence, that sort of thing. And in 2005, I ended up writing my own book, Money is Not Just for Rich People, in an effort to show folks, look, this is the 60-40 principle. Now, I mentioned this in a few of my other videos, but it's the core of the system. In order to pay down your debt so you can live debt-free, you need to be able to live on only 60% of your income. Well, you can't do that right now, right? I mean, that's not something that's even feasible or possible. So what I recommend that you do is you start doing this with smaller segments of money. And I talk about that in a lot of the coaching that I give and all. You can read my book. I have articles. I'm on YouTube. This 60-40 principle is everywhere. If you find me, you're going to find the 60-40 principle. But what I wanted to talk to you today was let's talk about money. Money is not talked about in many of the families that I have chatted with that start having issues with money. Start having conversations. The number one thing that you can do that will help you the most with your financial situation is your self-education. And I highly recommend that you start reading books. You read books on the subject. Now, like I told you, I read 60 of them, right? Well, not all of them were high quality. This is a very old website of mine, the8gates.com. Go to /read books. And what you're going to find there, like I said, this website was built in 2005. So be gentle, be kind to me on this, okay? But what I wanted to share with you is there's this old page of mine that is not on the menu that is read books. And what you do is you will find on that website a whole list of how to get out of debt, how to deal with the emotional triggers to money. And then I have my favorite books on there. And there is shameless self-promotion there. I've written over 7 books on money, and so you'll see my books listed there, but you will see a lot of other quality books, quality authors as well. So this week's Monday Money Tip that is brought to you by a collaboration between my company, Financial First Response, and Matters of Perspective is become self-educated. Now, Matters of Perspective is one of the most inexpensive places you're going to find my services that are available. Because I have agreed to do group coaching through Matters of Perspective, I highly recommend you go to my personal website, which is janinebolon.com/MOP, which stands for Matter of Perspectives. And I have 10 weeks of videos that I will eventually load onto that page that you will have access to along with printables. By the end of the 10 weeks, I'll have printables and I'll have other free things for you. But just know that if you want to hire me as a financial first responder and to do some of the group coaching, I recommend that you go to mattersofperspective.com and contact Beanie so that she can connect you with me and on my calendar, and you will be able to get into that debt-free living that you want. Or start reading. Read about me, read about my services, read about what I can offer you. But the big thing is Matters of Perspective is offering you a discounted times and sessions with me. So have a great day. Look forward to hearing from you very soon.